Hey everybody, it's Crystal again. It's Monday. Happy Monday. I'm so sorry for a late stream. I was just super in a creative mood today. I was working on something wonderful for one of my favorite goats of all time. Her name is Eden. If we've rated her before, if you've been on my prior streams, but I was making some cool like music type 10-second clips where I've had her say goat because she's a goat mommy, or a goat. Sorry, I added the mommy part in there. She's a goat, but it was one of my more or less creative streaks. I don't do it very often, but I do video editing and I do photography from time to time. So that's what I was working on. Maybe eventually in the future, maybe I'll have a creative streak where maybe we'll do something like that on stream where I have a music video, I have some voice, I've got some graphics, and I want to superimpose them on things and make a quick like GIF or music video or something like that. Maybe we can do that in the future. But if you actually follow me, subscribe to me on YouTube. I have tons of different stuff on there, from old Let's Plays to some of my convention stuff that I do, or the videography I did for conventions for a while. Lots of different stuff, and then I think my wedding company stuff is on there too. So a bunch of fun stuff, very big variety of things. You can find me on YouTube. My links are in my social stuff. So let's get back to where we were with Frog Detective 3, Corruption at Cowboy County. Now, I really thought last time when we played that the game was going to end, but they threw literally a wrench into the fan. It stopped it, and it came into a twist. And they were like, oh, by the way, it's the frog. He did it. And our friends from the very first game, were also in the second game, came to rescue us, and that's kind of where we're at now. So I'm just curious to see what happens next. Frog Detective is still in jail right now because the mole has gotten away with the evil deed of stealing the hats, clearly doing something else more corruptive here in Cowboy County. Now, I did get a chance to listen to my VOD from last week, and it's super cringe. So if you enjoy super cringe and horrible voicing, you're in the right spot, because you're going to hear some horrendous southern accents from me on everybody in this game, because nothing is voiced. So I'm going to voice every character myself. So hopefully it's saved. I gotta change this too. Here we go. Freaking crap. I talked about this the other day. Game audio is always so loud. It's always in my eardrums. So, okay, let's see where we're at. Yes, okay, so Monkey Detective, I forgot. I think his name's Super Monkey, right? So we're doing the POV of the monkey now because he has taken off his lab coat, because he's a doctor of some sort, scientist, and he's put on his detective outfit and has come to figure out what has happened to me. Because the only reason why he knows where I'm stuck at is because the mole and cop lobster allowed me to keep a laptop to blog about things. So there I am. That's me. I'm so, happy and Not evil in any way, shape, or form. Also, when I found the missing hats buried in the back of the church, they convicted me of stealing the hats. And I said, why would I steal hats? I can't even wear a hat. All the hats that were stolen would clearly just cover my face. But there's no one reasoning. And this is the supervisor. I think it's a penguin. Or, as Cumberbatch says it, penguin. Because he can't say can I even say it? Penguin. Penguin. God, you say that a bunch of times. Screw that. Penguin. Blah. I'm Mystery Monkey. I shouldn't snoop in Lobster Cop's office unless I really have to. Lobster Cop. Okay. Here we go. You can't willy-nilly click on things. You have to actually have some sort of purpose to click on things. See, there's Frog Detective and all his pals from... This was the second game. I didn't play the second one. I went from the first one to the third one. See, so there I am. Mystery Monkey, but I'm a science monkey. And there's Frog Detective. Oh, and there's another monkey there. And the mousy. And there's Lobster before he became a cop. An alligator. And that's the king. And then the koala bear. The ducky. And the chicken. And then this is from the same... So that's the party from the first game. And then I was doing some type of mystery that time too. So... Telephone. I don't know what that is. Clue detecting powder. How convenient. I'll just spread this powder around and take a look for clues. Don't think it works that way. Left click. Oh my god, I'm just throwing it on shit. Yeah, I'll just throw it on a bunch of shit. It's not really how this works. I know there's a clues over there, but I wonder what else other shit I can throw this on. Oh. Apparently I'm not allowed to... Oh. I'm just freaking going full... What is happening here? Oh. Huh. I'm probably going to have to uncover all these, so I'm just going to do this right now. Okay. Can I look at it yet, or no? Oddly enough, I don't think lobsters have hands. They don't even have hands in general. They got big, meaty craws. So it's not gonna let me go over here. Can I, like, do anything else with this stuff? Nope. On your face! Okay. This whole time, I'm like, I haven't even used this. It's not even purposeful at all, except for it makes me nauseous. Huh. It couldn't be. Oh, man. You've heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Lobster Cop wears shoes. I don't know how that works either. I mean, I guess Larry the Lobster has feet, too. I don't think I've ever seen Larry the Lobster wear shoes before, though. What could Lobster Cop be hiding? Aren't those my notes? A copy of the detective's notebook? Oh, no. He's friends with him. Lobster Cop and Mason Mole? A note. It reads, "Hello, Lobster Cop. It is me, your bestie forever, Mason Mole. I haven't done what you have asked. It was not easy to trail the detective unnoticed, but I think I did a great job. I fear that your suspicions are correct, and that Frog Detective is on the right track to overtaking your position as #1 best detective. I've always been #2. If you keep pretending to solve mysteries instead of solving them, the supervisor will eventually notice. So I've taken the detective's notebook. Inside are some great insights to how detective works through the case. You can read and learn, but it may not be enough. As the detective gets better and better, your position as number one is threatened. I think it's time to enact the plan you came up with. It's devious and mean and not very nice. But if you want to be the best, you have to get rid of the best. I mean, I didn't think Lobster Cop was doing shit anyways. This can't be true. Lobster Cop, the number one best detective? A fraud? I need to get the supervisor and head to Cowboy County. There's been a terrible misjustice. I don't know if they're going to believe us. I also like Mystery Monkey's shoes are flat and square. All the shoes are square. Being a square in this square town. Oh, I can't go in there now. And there's a bank. Nothing on the bank. I like the tumbleweeds. Boop. That's so weird. Everything is like closed off. The bandits are over there. That's odd. I guess I was gonna talk to the bandits. My hip. Sorry. It's always important to stand up straight. Okay. What brings you to Cowboy County so late? This is all tough, so you better have a good reason. We don't want any trouble. We're here about a good friend, the frog detective. Ah, the duality of a frog. How can one be so kind, poetic, and thoughtful, also be a stealer of all our hats? A frog so pretty, so alluring, and yet I really trusted Frog Detective, that snake. I can't go on a date with a criminal. It's just not me. Aren't you a bandit? Outlaw. So you live outside the law? Well, when there's no laws, it makes it pretty easy. It doesn't matter anyway. Frog Detective is innocent. Heh, sure, we all saw the photo. Those furrowed brows tell the whole story. Frog Detective doesn't even have eyebrows. Ah, so those were stolen too. No, you're mistaken. Mystery Monkey found all the evidence. Who's Mystery Monkey? That's me. You may have read my comments before on Frog Detective's Frog blog. I'm a pretty active user. Blogs are still a thing? Regardless, you'll say I was a mistake. Not so much a mistake, a setup. I've reason to believe Sheriff Mason Mole and Lobster Cop coordinated the takedown of our beloved Frog Detective. What? That's so messed up. Who would do such a beautiful thing to a beautiful frog? Someone very jealous, I'm afraid. How can we help? If you could point us to the direction of where Frog Detective is being held, that would help a lot. Easy, Sheriff Mason Mole has the detective locked up in the bedroom at the back of his sheriff office. If you're quiet, you should be able to sneak in without trouble. Thanks for your help, bandits. We're outlaws. My bad. Outlaws, bandits. I don't have a scooter. I'm not gonna talk to him. Frog Detective. Mystery Monkey? Supervisor? What are you doing here? I didn't know I was allowed visitors in Bad Room, or that anyone would want to visit me. We're here to bust you out. What? Mystery Monkey has proof you were framed. I knew it. Sheriff Mason Mole was up to something. It's not just him, Detective. I'm sorry to tell you that I believe Rock Lobster Cop, and Mason Mole planned this all along. It can't be. Lobster Cop is #1 best detective. Why would he try to frame me? It's hard to know for sure until we ask, but it looks like Lobster Cop has been dealing with a bad case of jealousy. Green with envy, one might say. Envious of who? You, Detective. It's not possible. It's time to shift your understanding of the world, Detective. Not everyone is out to do a good job and solve mysteries like you. I simply can't believe it. Well, let's wait until dawn and confront Lobster Cop and Mason Mole once and for all. So I was distracted by a stupid freaking tumbleweed going by. The sun is coming up as we speak. I'll call a town meeting. I like how he's gonna call a town meeting. It's not his town. They're gonna be like, who the fuck are you? This is not gonna go well. See, he has shoes on too, and they're square. I mean, everybody has square shoes. So again, we were looking earlier at shoe prints, and they were circular like normal human shoes. So I have no idea how this is gonna work. What's the meaning of this? Sorry, I don't remember these people's voices. Only I get to call town meetings. I have called this town meeting for a very important purpose. I have some news about the hat stealing case. But it's closed. I solved it. Is that so, Lobster Cop? Supervisor, what are you doing here? Please give your attention to Mystery Monkey for just a moment. Thank you, Supervisor. Thank you, Town, for meeting us here on short notice. Sheriff Mason Mole, I have an important question to ask you. What? How long have you and Lobster Cop been scheming to bring down Frog Detective? That's a worth of a picture. Huh? What? This is ridiculous. Lobster Cop, I found the secret drawer in your office. You can't just go through my office. That's a crime. Please stop trying to invent crimes. Crime is not real. As I was saying, I found your secret drawer. I found the letter you wrote to that Mason Mole wrote to you. I'm starting to sound like freaking Foghorn Leghorn over here. I knew I shouldn't have detailed my schemes on paper. Sheriff Mason Mole has been tailing the detective since I called for help with the mystery of the haunted island. As the lead scientist on the island at the time, I can confirm I had several reported sightings of Mason Mole sneaking around like a slippery snake. Wait, why didn't you tell me? It feels like someone sneaking around the island is kind of irrelevant to that case. I was too starstruck. In any case, I contacted my friend Carlos, who runs the shop over in Warlock Woods. He also confirmed his sighting of Mason Mole hiding behind his shop. What? I never. Oh, but you did. Sheriff Mason Mole, I have reason to believe you were hired by Lobster Cop to follow the detective. I like the gasping, it's funny. No, that's not. Oh, look at his face. Oh, he's crying. This is all a mistake. No, Mason Mole. It's time for us to come clean. Frog Detective, ever since you moved in next door to my office, I've felt threatened. You are so methodological in your case solving, I would read your blogs and go green with envy. I've been #1 best detective for so long that I grew complacent. Every time the supervisor had a mystery to solve, I began to believe I wouldn't be able to do it and passed it on to you. I just began to pretend to solve mysteries, hoping the supervisor wouldn't notice. I was embarrassed at myself and angry at you. Angry? But Lobster Cop, your investigative abilities far outweigh mine. Maybe they used to, but I became so focused on my own shortcomings that my work suffered. Mason Mole was there for me. Having friends is so important, but we were a bad influence on each other. I needed work, And so I suggested to Lobster Cop that I help take you down and had the perfect plan. I'm very subtle, you see. I'm ashamed I got to that point. Instead of asking for help or swallowing my pride, I let my jealousy get the best of me. How did you frame the detective? It was a joint effort. When I arrived in town, I sneakily stole all the hats and quickly buried them in the graveyard. I don't know if you've ever picked up a cowboy hat before, but like him throwing these in the graveyard and then putting dirt on them, I'm quite surprised that from like moisture, and even though they are in the desert, it didn't like completely ruin everything that they had. So I don't know, idea is kind of odd. I do need to check something real quick here. Model. Can you like recalibrate, please? Thank you. So odd. My model got stuck for some reason. Okay. I wrote a map to where they were buried for a detective to find. But I didn't find the map. Susie did. I didn't execute it very well, I admit. Once you had the resources to dig up the hats, and Lobster Cop had a clear alibi, I waited in place to take your photo. Wait, was Lobster Cop's alibi? I was eating a delicious meal, of course. I'm ashamed to say that I also drew evil eyebrows on the photo view. Yeah, he drew. Okay, so there's a photo where I had just unburied the hats behind the church, and he took a photo of me doing that and then drew like the comedical angry eyebrows. He drew the angry eyebrows on it, and I'm like, I'm a frog. I don't even have eyebrows. But what I don't understand is why you had to put me in the bad room. Framing me was bad enough, but you made a whole room for me to be trapped in. That's unusually cruel. I'm inclined to agree. Putting somebody into a room, whether they did a naughty thing or not, seems really harsh and unfair. How is someone supposed to grow from their mistakes if they're just sitting around trapped? I hate that room. Bad room was my idea. I'm sorry. It's a terrible idea. I realize this now. My bad. Lobster Cop, Mason Mole, you've done something very serious and mean. Something similar to a crime, which apparently doesn't exist. Our societies doesn't have strategies in place to deal with things like this. Are you going to send us to the bad room? Absolutely not. That's messed up. No, but I think there needs to be consequences. Lobster Cop, you have abused your power in ways that I can't begin to comprehend. Mason Mole, you've enabled and encouraged this behavior. I'm mad at you both. We deserve that. I think an appropriate course of action is to remove Lobster Cop from the detective agency. I think you should change career paths for your own good. Maybe do something that helps contribute to society. A cop no longer. Okay. I'll hand him my badge and gun. He had a gun? That's what I said. I'm glad you're on the same page with me, Frog Detective. Wait, why do you have a gun? I didn't even know they were real. That's really messed up. It's not like I ever used it. Mate, I gave Lobster Cop the gun. Okay, well, please hand that in. I have an idea what you could do as a job, Lobster Cop. Oh? Why don't you talk to Barney about joining the post office? Lobster Posty has a nice ring to it. Can I join too? I don't see why not. Well, then it's settled. Lobster Posty, Posty Mason Mole, do you have anything to say to the detective? Yeah. I'm sincerely sorry for what I did to you, detective. It was mean, rude, evil, and not nice. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I hope with time I can prove myself as a great postie and right some of the wrongs I've done. Detective, I've acted poorly and encouraged behavior that I shouldn't have. I'm going to channel that energy into being a postie, and please rest assured, you will have a late parcel again. You will never have a late parcel again. My correction. Thank you both for the apology. I accept it. This is so weird. Say now, that's all sorted, I have an announcement to make. Oh? Lobster Cop is no longer the #1 best detective. After some impeccable detective work on this case, I'm really pleased to announce the new #1 best detective. Congratulations to... It's not Frog Detective, watch. Mystery Monkey. The Frog Detective got fucking dirt. Wow, congratulations, Mystery Monkey, what an achievement. I can't believe it. Thank you so much. I'll have to shut down my research facility so I can investigate full time. Why? You can move into my old office. There's already a bunch of trophies in there for you to keep. Great! What an honor to work next to the door of the #1 best detective again. This calls for a celebration. Bonnie, can you prep the saloon for a dance party? Can do. Oh, and Lobster Posty Mason Mole. Yeah, you're invited too. That Mason Mole looks so sad all the time. Dude, I got stiffed. Frog Detective will never be #1 detective. Oh, sweet. We got to the end. Yeah. Is that a crab in an aquarium playing the drums? He's doing the freaking Charleston over there. Oh, yeah, bring it around town. And they got a worm playing the piano. He's playing the saloony music, and at one point I was like, dude, I can't listen to this anymore. He's doing the shuffle, and the one girl is doing the Charleston. I don't know what's happening here. Panda. Big old panda bear. They had a dance party in the first game, too. It was actually pretty funny. Look at those gangsta moves Mystery Monkey is doing. I wonder if they're going to make a 4th one. I forgot when this one came out. Oh yeah, German version, Italian, Portuguese, French. Well, that's cool. I like they attributed to the Native Americans. 2 weeks later. Oh, I guess they'll move around. Let's see what happens. I can't leave. Ah, see? New party. Okay. Frog Detective Crime Solving Agency. Frog Detective speaking. How may I solve your mystery? Hey, Frog Detective. Yes, Mystery Monkey. Happy birthday. Thanks so much. Don't they sit in the offices next to each other? Just get up and talk to him. I know it's your birthday, and I have a really difficult case I just can't crack. But you're #1 detective. I know, but this one's a doozy. Could you help me out? Of course, I'll be right there. Again, why can't you just go and do it yourself? Is it a party for me? Oh, look at all the cool pictures he has up. Hey, detective. Well, well, well. If it isn't Mystery Monkey 49. Good to see you, Frog Detective 03. What? Just a joke. Are there 2 other frog detectives? I don't know. I was just joking. You got me worried. That really stresses me out. Frog Detective 1, Frog Detective 2, and now Frog Detective 3? How do you think I feel with 48 other mystery monkeys? That's a good point. Anyway, thanks for meeting me here. The case information's in the other room. Just head down the hallway and I'll meet you there. Will do. It's gonna be a surprise birthday party. I just know it. Look at that. He just taped his face over the top of a cop lobster. Oh, he did. No, never mind. I didn't even notice that. Haha, funny. So that's cop lobster. Lobster cop. And then he just taped his freaking face over his face. That's funny. That's comedical. Oh, he even did it over here, too. Yeah, it's a birthday party for me. How did I know? Wait, they're just regular people. Oh, no, wait, no, lobster cop is not just a lobster. Surprise! What's that magical person there? Huh? Wow, what's everyone doing here? Well, detective, we appreciate everything you've done for us. Yeah, our town has never been so peaceful, all thanks to you. Same with my island. Haven't heard a ghost in ages. I mean, technically you never heard a ghost. We hear it's your birthday, so we arranged to come here and surprise you. It worked. That's not all, detective. We got you as a present. It should be coming any minute now. I ordered it on WizBay. Lobster Posty? Who was that other lobster? I'm so confused. Is that for me? Open it up. What's a hat? Happy birthday. Wait, what is this? That's easy, detective. It's a hat. I can't wear hats due to my weird ass, stupid frog head shape. Why don't you just try it on? Can I put it on? Oh my god, I look so derpy. Well, would you look at that? It's a hat that fits. Oh, he's crying too. He's so happy. He looks so stupid too at the same time. Thank you for playing Frog Detective. Smiley face. We have loved making these games for you, and we are so grateful that so many people have spent time with our silly story. I was actually surprised that they made a second one and a third one. I just happened to grab the third one because I saw it on Steam. Our latest toast science discovery. Jam. Love Mo and Mystery Monkey. So the magical one is the one I have to try playing at some point. We celebrated Craig's acceptance to the Ghost Spotters League. See you soon. Love from Bonnie, Craig, and Susie. Finally got sponsorship deal with Dr. Tight Smiles. 101 tooth whitening cool paste for teeth. TM. They trademarked that, huh?